Hi, I am Aquanos and I present to you my guide for jungle Warwick without smite. In this guide I will be talking about why I don't use smite with this jungle Warwick. I will go over his abilities, and yes, I know that there's a typo there. I will talk about summary spells that I recommend, runes and masteries that I find very useful for Warwick and I would recommend you trying out, 2 jungle routes that you could do if you weren't using smite, and the build that I've seen on Mobile Fire and find very useful. Warwick has great sustain in the jungle thanks to his passive. Most junglers would use smite because they would use too many health potions if they didn't have smite. This is not the case with Warwick because he doesn't lose a lot of health, so there's no need for him to rush with smite. Instead, he can take a different summoner spell like exhaust to help him gank early game, because the only CC he has is his ultimate. Onto his abilities. His passive is called Eternal Thirst. Each of Warwick's attacks will heal him for 6, 12 and 18 health. This will increase when you level up. Each successive attack against the same target will stack this amount of healing to Warwick up to a maximum of 3 stacks per strike. The stacks remain for 4 seconds. His Q is called Hungering Strike. Warwick takes a bite out of an enemy unit for damage and heals Warwick. This strike deals damage between a value of a flat amount and a certain amount of percentage from the maximum health from the target, but he can only do flat damage to monsters. Warwick heals himself for 100% of the damage dealt. His W is called Hunter's Call. Warwick lets out a howl, increasing all nearby friendly champions' attack speed for a short time. Warwick lets out a howl that inspires all nearby allied champions. This increases Warwick's attack speed for a certain amount of percentage, and all nearby friendly champions gain half of that attack speed. His E is called Blood Scent. Warwick passively senses weakened enemy champions around him. The scent of blood sends him into a fury, causing him to move at incredible speed. Warwick senses enemy champions under 50% life within a certain amount of distance from him. Upon sensing an enemy at low life, he will gain a certain amount of attack speed. Champions with a low amount of health could see a mark above their head when your passive is on, so try to turn it off when you gank. His ultimate is called Infinite Duress. Warwick lunges at an enemy champion, stunning them and dealing damage for a few seconds. Warwick lunges at an enemy champion, stunning them for 1.7 seconds. While they are stunned, Warwick quickly strikes the target 5 times for 33% of his attack damage, plus 40, 60 and 80. Once he ranks up, this damage will increase from 40 to 80 and blah blah blah. Warwick gains an additional 30% lifesteal while performing Infinite Duress. This is your main ability when you are ganking, but you don't have this early game, so that is why I would recommend that you use Exhaust, because you want to gank before you reach level 6, and when you don't have that ulti, ganking could be very difficult without any CC. And Ghost, I take Ghost to chase enemies if their health isn't below 50% and my passive won't kick in. For runes, I take attack speed marks, flat armor seals, flat magic resist glyphs, and attack speed quintessences. This focuses around me clearing the jungle very quickly with the attack speed and taking the least amount of damage with that armor and magic resist, and gaining a lot of health for my passive. For masteries, I take 13, 9 and 8, gaining attack speed, attack damage, cooldown reduction and a little bit of magic penetration, and increasing the strength of my Ghost, which gives me more movement speed, and my Exhaust, which slows them for more. Then I take less damage with my defense masteries and gain more movement speed with my utility masteries, and have some more mana and reduced recall time. Now onto the jungling. What is most known to do, and you can do that with jungle Warwick without smite, is have the solo mid pull the blue buff for you, and then just keep on attacking the blue golem with your W, the extra attack speed. You can have the solo top hit the golem for you, but it's not really necessary. So from the blue golem onto the wolves, and then onto the wraiths, try to focus the big guys and then the small ones. Then you should have your Q, so last hit everyone with your Q. Then you go into the wraiths, and then onto the golems, then onto the red buff, and try to go for the little guys first, and then for the red lizard. Try to spam your Q if it's necessary, but it shouldn't be, because you have plenty of health regeneration. The alternative way is to start at the golems, and then go to the wraiths, then to the wolves, then to the blue buff, and then to the red buff. With the first way of jungling that I showed you, you can clear the jungle fairly quickly, but the problem is that you will lose your blue buff by the time you're going to gank. I'm having spoonerism. But you'll lose your blue buff by the time you're ganking. With this way, you will still have your blue and your red buff when you are going to gank. There you see that I almost ran out of mana, but that's no problem. Feel free to use your W about 2 times on the big guys with the buffs, but try not to use it twice on the ones with without buffs. Now you see me going on to the red lizard buff, and you see that I still have my blue buff, and it's not about to go down until a few minutes. I don't know how long the blue buff lasts, but it's not about to go down yet. It's about 50%. To get your health back, go to the golems. Kill the last one with your Q, and now you're ready to gank. Now we'll show you the build that I use and find very effective. For my build, I start up with a vampiric scepter to gain extra lifesteal and not die throughout the jungle. Then I get my boots. This will help me ganking and gain more movement speed, so I can keep up with enemies with my ghost and with my E. Then I would recommend magic razors. This helps you clear the jungle even faster, and you're going to build this into something else. After you've got your magic razors, I would recommend magic blood razors. Those will deal more damage and make you a lot stronger, and also give you attack speed to clear the jungle even faster. Then go for your sorcerer's shoes. This will cause your magic blood razor to hit even harder than it already does, because you have more magic penetration, and magic blood razors also deals magic damage. Then, depending on if the enemy team has more magic resist or more armor, go for a wit's end or for a frozen heart, or heart of cold. Frozen heart, I think it is. So go for either one of the two depending on what the enemy has. Then go for your maladies. Then go for the second item, or the fifth item I should say, your wit's end or your frozen heart, depending on what you chose to get first. And then your guardian's angel. You're fairly tanky with this, and it's a very good build. I would highly recommend it. If this guide helped you, please leave some feedback, leave a like, leave a comment, and favorite this video and share it with your friends. I know that this probably wasn't the best guide you've ever seen. It was my first guide, so please leave some feedback so I can improve my guides. That was it, guys, and I'll see y'all later.